50% of project managers are burned out. And according to this recent LinkedIn research, our profession has the highest burnout rates. I've been in IT project management for over 15 years, and I know exactly what you're dealing with. That's why I'm going to show you 3 proven techniques to overcome stress and overwhelm. Without meditation retreats or quitting your job, just practical strategies backed by clinical research and my experience that you can implement starting today. But first, you need to know if you are actually at risk. Burnout doesn't announce itself with a big, dramatic moment. It creeps in through 3 specific pathways that, again, in-depth studies have proven many times. The first is energy depletion. You are exhausted before you even start work. You know these moments when, after a full weekend, you stare at your screen and you don't have energy to open your emails and Slack. You are sleeping enough hours, but you never feel rested. Second is mental distance and cynicism. Projects that used to excite you, now you are just going through the motions. You are avoiding hard conversations and let stakeholders make poor decisions just to avoid those conflicts. Third is reduced professional competency. So you're objectively delivering projects successfully, but you feel incompetent. You are second-guessing decisions you would normally make with confidence, and you are procrastinating on quite straightforward tasks. So if you are nodding along to any of these items, here's the first step you must take. Accept the problem. Just pause the video and write burnout in the comments below. Alright, first of all, let's start with the immediate reset techniques that work in the moment. Because most project managers get it completely wrong and they don't trust such simple techniques. But let me share what worked for me. When you feel stress spiking up, you can do a physiological sigh, and Andrew Huberman talks about it on his podcast as a proven technique to reduce stress. Here's how you do it. You take a long breath in through your nose, almost to the full capacity of your lungs, and then you make a small breath on top of it. Only after that you slowly breathe out. Let me show you how it's done. You need to make only 3 to 5 such breaths. And the great thing is that you can do it even during a meeting. You can test it out while you are watching this video. Second is Wim Hof's breathing technique, and you can do it at your workplace in a 15-minute break. The idea is that you make 30 deep breaths in and out. Then you hold your breath for as long as you can. And then you take breath in and hold for another 15 seconds. And this is 1 round. You need to do 3 to 5 rounds like that. I've been doing this for years, and only this year I have done already 248 sessions. Last but not least is yoga nidra. This is a non-sleep deep rest technique. And no mystery here, it's just a technique to calm down your nervous system. You can easily find a guided practice on YouTube. I discovered this technique last year, and now I do it almost daily after my lunch break. If you find these practical tips useful, please hit the like button, because it will help more project managers overcome daily stress and burnout. This leads us to the second technique. Because I have worked with hundreds of demanding stakeholders, and I learned one secret that most project managers don't understand. Most of stakeholder requests don't contribute to project success. They just want to feel busy to maintain control. That's why the #1 skill that separates burned out PMs from thriving ones is boundary setting. Specifically, the ability to say no without escalating an issue. And here's my proven formula that works all the time. Positive response plus clear decline plus alternative solutions. Let me show you how this sounds in real life. This new feature is an excellent addition to the product, but I don't see how it aligns with the project goal you set. So I don't recommend adding it to the current release. Instead, let's put it in the backlog and plan it out properly. Or, if you think it's a critical feature right now, let's revisit project goals, schedule, and deadlines. Notice that you are not saying, "We're too busy, we're overwhelmed, I can't do this." Those make you the problem. Instead, acknowledge the request and be transparent about your current commitments and offer alternative solutions. That puts them on the spot to make a critical decision. And that's professional leadership. On top of that, here are the 7 keys to make this work every time. Own the project objective. Drive conversations to business impacts so you can speak with authority. Start positive. Acknowledge why they asked you. Be direct. No hedging, no maybe. Be transparent. Communicate how current work is critical for project objectives. And talk about the risks. Offer alternatives. Provide alternative plans that trade off different aspects of the project. Remember, one alternative plan looks exactly like a simple no. Don't waffle. Once you said no, stick to it unless there is a trade-off. Practice empathy. Understand their perspective while holding your boundary. This week, say no to one low-priority request using this formula. And it can be practically anything on your project, not just additional features. Write it out beforehand, practice it, and first one is the hardest. After that, it gets easier. Additionally, set one clear boundary. Maybe it's "I don't check emails after 7 p.m. unless it's a genuine emergency." Communicate that boundary to your team and stakeholders, then enforce it. Next, we have the most critical prevention strategy, and most project managers get it completely backwards and actually take it as a badge of honor. Studies show that the average IT worker has the mental capacity for only 85% of tasks they receive daily. Yet most PMs schedule themselves and their teams to 100% capacity. Guys, this sounds simplistic, but that's the root cause of the burnout. Here's what you need to do instead. First, calculate your real utilization rate. Take your total committed hours divided by total available hours. If you are above 85%, you are in the danger zone. If you are at 100 or above, burnout is inevitable. Target for 70% utilization. And that's not laziness, that's sustainability. Because plans never proceed as expected. And moreover, remember that your career is not a sprint, it's a marathon. But what should you do in practice? For example, you have 5 hours of meetings each day. That's 62% of your normal capacity already. And you need to save some time for deep work and the work that only you as a project manager can do. That's why you need to block your calendar for the next week. Also, you should add a 15 to 20% buffer on all your estimates and commitments. Then 5 to 10 minutes between meetings for transition. And flexible blocks in your calendar for urgent matters that will arise. But these blocks other unimportant tasks and meetings. Research is crystal clear on this matter. Teams with sufficient time to complete the work are 70% less likely to experience burnout. If you consistently have more work for a day than you can fit into those 8 hours, you are in the red zone. So again, here's what I want you to remember. Burnout is not a personal failing. With 71% of tech workers experiencing it, this is an industry problem. But the real solution is to implement a productivity system that helps you select the most important work and eliminate low-value activities. That's why I recommend you watch this video next. It will help you eliminate busy work from your schedule and focus on tasks that really drive your projects.